Ladybugs. This is part 2 of the Reborn Baby Wash Up. Here's Miss Nala, and she's next on the hair washing station. So we're going to get her done. How's everybody doing? I hope you're doing good. I'm doing pretty good. It's another cold day here. The last 2 days have been cold. Just going to get her hair clean. As I was saying in the other video, you gotta wash their hair every now and again because it gets kind of gummy from the product that well, mine does anyway, from the products that I put in over time to make it detangle and to moisten it, because I don't think you should ever comb a Reborn's hair while it's damp. And using water is an option, but I like to use and it doesn't happen quickly. It's not like I have to wash their hair like every week or anything. It just over time, the detangler and stuff that I put in their hair eventually makes it feel kind of gummy, so. That's why I wash their hair every now and again. Hold on, I need to plunge the sink a little bit because it's draining really slow. See if that's draining better. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. That's much better. There's lots of crud in the sink, so. Anyway, I had bought a little sink plunger when I was at the grocery store, and that's what I was using. It's just this little tiny sink plunger. But it works really good. It gets some really good suction, and it just works really good. I love it. I love it for sinks. It's awesome. Because you don't want to use your toilet plunger in your sink, you know, and you don't want to, and they don't make a lot of really good plungers, but this little one is so good. It gets such good suction. It's amazing. I love it. And it's just a little tiny plunger, and I only use it for the sinks, so, and not like the kitchen sinks, but the bathroom sinks. I use it for the bathroom sinks, so. Alrighty, let's get Miss Nala's hair conditioned. We'll let it sit for a minute, and then we'll rinse the conditioner out. There we go. How's everybody's day going? Anybody do anything exciting this week? Anybody get any new babies? I'd love to hear about it if you did. I always love to hear about new babies. Now I'm just letting it sit in her hair for a few minutes. I'm not rinsing it yet. I'm just rinsing the sink. Getting all the soap out of the sink. All right, I'll let your slide in. There we go, chickie. Anywho, yeah, it's exciting. Washing baby hair. All right, now let's rinse this out. Get this all rinsed out. Yeah, like I said, about every 6 months I have to wash their hair. Hang on, I'll turn the camera so you guys can see me a little better as soon as I dry my hands off. All right, Missy, let's get your hair dry. Well, towel dry. All right, there we go, Nala. You gotta sit up, chickie. You're making it hard. Turn your head. There you go. All right, there we go. Now we'll dry her hair off. She's got her hand in the water. Nala. Nala is not being very cooperative. She is definitely making this difficult, huh, Nala? Nala, what are you doing? I'm playing, Mama. You playing. It's not time to play. It's time to get her hair washed. It's time to get her hair washed, chickie. Huh. I know, but I pay too, Mama. You play too? I don't know. I think we should play after we get our hair washed, Nala. Huh. Okay, Mama. Okay, there we go. All right, let's get your detangler in there, especially with Nala with her curly hair. She definitely needs the detangler. Nala, don't fall. Okay, don't fall. Mommy doesn't want you to fall, all right? There we go. Let's get your hair all detangled. I know Johnson & Johnson makes a detangler, but in my experience, that doesn't work as good. That's just my experience, though. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys use on your doll's hair? Do you have products that you like especially for their hair? Or do you just use your products? What do you guys do? I'm always looking for new ideas as far as products. I like the way that these Gold Series by Pantene smell, and that's why I use them. They work really good, but I also like the way they smell. So I like the babies afterward. They smell so good, and I can like sniff them, and they smell so pretty. Hold on. Okay, Chicky. Let's get your hair combed out. There we go. Nice and combed, huh? Such beautiful hair you have, Nala. Mommy's jealous. I wish I had your dark, beautiful, curly hair. That would be awesome. Mommy loves your hair. You have the prettiest hair. I know, Mama. I love my hair. You love your hair? I'm glad, because you have beautiful hair. You got your daddy's hair, huh? Because your mama doesn't have hair like that, so you must have gotten daddy's hair, huh? Let's see. We can dry that a little more. Here, sit up. Let me dry your hair a little more. Now that we got the detangler in it, we can dry it a little more, huh, Nala? There we go. Let's get it all dried. Sop up all that water, huh, Nala? Say, yeah, Mama. I go play now? You go play now? Yes, you can go play now, okay? All done. Nala was such a good girl. All right, Nala, you ready? All right, let's sit you right here. There we go. Who's next? All right, Julia. Little Julia is next. Let's rinse the conditioner out of the hair from Nala, out of the sink. Rinse the conditioner out of the hair. Rinse the conditioner out of the sink from Nala. Huh? Don't go anywhere, Chicky. All right, let Mommy dry her hands. Okay. All right, Julia is the Katie Marie by Ann Timmerman, and she is up and ready to have her hair done. So what are you guys all doing today? Are you watching TV or are you playing with babies? Which babies? If you're playing with babies, tell me which babies you're playing with while you're watching this, okay? I saw today on Facebook, there was a lady there was a woman I know. I wouldn't say that we're friends as much, but I know her, and she's really honest and a good person. And someone in in the group, Everything Reborn Baby, had posted a basic generic post. Does anyone have any silicones for trade, right? And I was looking, and I always, when I see those kinds of posts, like, does anyone have a baby for trade? Or I always look to see what's available just in case there's something I really want. And I went looking through the comments, and someone that I know, like I said, I wouldn't say that we're friends, but she's someone that I know, posted a picture of a silicone doll. And I don't know if it was one of Bonnie Siebens. I don't remember which kid it was. Anyway, not more than 4 comments down. And I mean, like, just below that, like 3 or 4 comments below that. Somebody else named Michelle Forepaw had posted the exact same picture, like not of the same doll, but like the same picture, identical pictures, saying that she had that doll for trade. And I saw the person that I know wouldn't scam anyone, and I messaged her and said, someone's posting this picture, and I asked her if she meant to post it, if she posted it by accident, because sometimes, you know, you save a picture and you grab the wrong picture, and she said no, that was her doll. So I commented and told the other lady, I was like, you both can't own the same doll, number 1. You both didn't take the same picture, number 2. And I said, I know the other person would not scam, so there's no way that that's your doll. And she commented and said, well, the other lady, and I'm not going to say the other lady's name because she didn't do anything wrong in this, She said, the other lady is the one scamming because I have this doll. I said, can you post a safety picture? And she posted a picture of a different doll on her legs. And she said, see, those are my legs. And I said, yeah, but that's not the same doll. Because you could tell by looking at the pictures that they weren't the same baby. They were very different babies, different sizes, different colors, everything. And she said, see, those are my legs. See, I own the doll. I said, yeah, but that's not the doll that you posted. That's not the same doll. And then she magically deleted her well, she didn't delete the comment. She changed the picture of the doll she was offering to be the same doll that was on her legs. And so I messaged the admin of the group, and I was like, okay, this person's a scammer, and they need, oops, I forgot to condition. And they need to be like out of the group, because you can't steal somebody else's pictures and then just be like, oops, you know. I hate scammers. I don't know why people scam. It's disgusting. It's offensive. I really don't understand why they do it. And it drives me absolutely freaking bananas. I just don't like it at all. You know, is it really worth it? Is your soul really worth a doll? I mean, come on. And I know that some of us love our babies enough that our babies are worth our souls, but those are babies that we already have. If you're scamming for a doll you don't even have. So you're like selling your soul to the devil for what? For a doll that you don't even have. It's just disgusting. I hate scammers. I think and you know, if you're going to be a scammer, at least be smart about it. Don't post your comment like 3 comments underneath the person who owns the doll who posted the same picture. Anyway, if you encounter Michelle Forepaw, don't trade with her because she's a scammer. She posted a picture that wasn't even hers. And she posted a picture of a doll she does not own. So don't deal with her because she's a scammer. And I saw that she had a lot of posts in that group and in some other groups. So just if you're an admin of another group, please check and see if Michelle Forepaw is in your groups. And if she is, delete her because she's a scammer. I know I deleted her out of all my groups because I don't deal with scammers. I don't like scammers. I think it's disgusting. There's no reason to scam, you know. And it really breaks people's hearts when you scam. I think that's what bothers me the most about it is that, you know, when people see these dolls online and they think they're going to trade for one or they think they're going to buy one or whatever, and then the person scams them, because I've had it done to me, it's incredibly hurtful. I mean, it's so painful. It's like you bond with the baby in the picture and then you realize that you've been scammed or that, you know, you lost whatever doll you sent if it's a trade. And it's just so hurtful, you know, it just breaks our hearts, you know, just don't do it. It's just not a nice thing to do. And it's not even worth it. We're not talking about diamonds, you know. I know the dolls are worth a lot of money, but they're not worth that much, you know. So just don't, moral of this story is just don't scam people. It's not nice. It really hurts people. People really get into these dolls. They really bond with them. And they can bond with them just in pictures, you know, thinking they're going to get a doll. And then when they don't get the doll, it's just offensive. It's just not a cool thing to do. Just don't scam people, you know. I really dislike scammers of any kind. And there's scammers, all kinds of scammers out there. There's romance scammers. You know, those romance scammers they make bank. They make, you know, thousands of dollars off these people. It's disgusting. It's like, is money really worth that? Is it really worth it? I just don't understand it. I don't understand that kind of thinking that you could like scam some old lady out of her, you know, retirement so she now has to work or she can't afford her house, you know. I just think that's so disgusting. There's there's precious little in this world that I hate more than scammers. I don't like scammers. Stop scamming people. It's not cool. You know, it's offensive. It's evil. Just don't do it. And I think most of you agree with that. We all dislike scammers. I just don't understand why people do it. It's like the people who have a dog die and they go to buy a puppy. And there's so many scammers in the puppy world too, you know, who post pictures of dogs you'll never see. And then they, you know, they send whatever money they have to get the dog. And then, you know, they tell them, oh, we need more shipping money or we need this or we need that. And then, you know, they end up scamming them. And it's like, how could you be that evil? It's just so horrible. Just don't do it. Say bye, Julia. She's done now. It's time for somebody else. Alrighty, Miss Heidi is up now. Yeah, I just really, really have a disdain for scammers. You can probably tell it's like a passionate thing for me. I hate scammers. I guess I have too big of a heart. I could never do that to somebody, you know. I could never like hurt somebody like that. These scammers, they really hurt people, and I don't know if they really realize how much they hurt people. I don't, maybe they do and they just don't care, but maybe they don't know. But it really hurts people. Please don't scam people. It's incredibly hurtful. It breaks, it's not just about whatever they're trying to get, whether it be a doll or a puppy or whatever, or a boyfriend, you know, it damages their confidence in themselves, and it damages their trust in the whole world. Like, it's not just about this one item that you're hurting them, you know, it hurts them in so many ways. So just don't do it. You're going to feel much better about yourselves. I'm talking to the scammers, not to everybody. But you'll feel much better about yourselves if you get what you need to get and you do it honestly, you know? Oh, I love the smell of Baby Magic. I use Baby Magic on the shorter hair rather than using the other shampoo. And I just love the smell of Baby Magic. It's my serotonin. I could put that in potpourri and I would just love it. I should make Baby Magic potpourri. I don't think it exists, but I would love to just smell Baby Magic all the time. Do you guys like the smell of Baby Magic? Oh, I didn't fix the phone. I need to do that. Do you like the smell of Baby Magic? Or do you prefer the smell of the Johnson's Baby Wash? Because they smell very different, you know. They don't smell the same at all. I just love the smell of Baby Magic. It brings back a lot of memories. It's very nostalgic for me, you know. Let me turn the phone a little bit so that when I rinse their hair, I'm not out of camera. There we go. That's better. Yeah, I just love Baby Magic. It smells so good. Thankfully, Heidi has really short hair, so it's easy to do her hair. Yeah, she's got short little hairs, huh? You got short hairs, mamas, huh? You got short hair, mamas. All right, let me just dry my hands. I'm waiting a minute for it to sit. All right, let's rinse the hair, Chickie. I don't even think I need to add detangler, just a tiny little bit of the hydrating hair oil, because she doesn't have much long hair, so she doesn't have long hair. It's really short, so I don't think I need to add the detangler just yet, you know. When I brush her hair later on, I'll add detangler, but I try not to add too much, because the more you add, the more quickly you have to wash their hair. Like I said, once I get them all back to the nursery and I'm combing their hair out and put it in braids or whatever, then I'll get a cloth and wash them down, wipe down their ears, their noses, their eyes. All right, Chickie, you ready? All right, Miss Heidi, up you go. Heidi. Oh, you're making this difficult, Chickie. There we go. There we go. Get Heidi's hair all dried. There we go. Sit up, Heidi. Don't fall. Okay, Mama. I'm not fall. Okay, good girl. Don't fall, because Mommy would feel bad if you fell. Okay? Yeah, don't fall, my Chickie. So what are you guys doing this week? Any exciting plans for this upcoming week? Anybody have dolls coming in or going anywhere exciting? Little tiny bit of hydrating hair oil for Heidi. There we go. Let's get your hair all hydrated. There we go, Chickie. Hi, Av. What you doing, huh? What you doing, Chickie? All right, let's get Miss Heidi. She's all done, and we'll probably get to do 2 more in this video because I try to keep it 35 minutes or under. There we go. There's Miss Heidi, all set. All right, Julia, you're already done. Let's do Morgan next because she's got short hair. Here's little Miss Morgan. Isn't she sweet? Look at that face. Oh, Morgan, you're showing off Mommy's giblets. What are you doing, Chickie? Don't show off Mommy's giblets. That's not nice. Sorry about that, guys. You guys got a little bit of a peep show there. Yeah, a little bit of a peep show, huh? Because Morgan can't keep her hands off Mommy's shirt, huh? I swear she's not breastfed. I don't know why she attacks my shirt like that, huh, Chickie? See, I'm just curious. I'm just playful, huh? Yeah. You're a silly girl, Morgan. All right, let's get this taken out. And get your hair washed, Chickie. You ready? All right, Miss Morgan. Here we go. Yeah, I tend to notice those things when somebody posts the same picture as somebody else. I was surprised that nobody had noticed it because it had been up for several hours. And they weren't very many comments apart. You know, like I said, like just like 3 or 4 comments apart. They were very close together, so I was surprised nobody else noticed it or said anything, but I'm glad I said something because I don't want anyone to get scammed. Morgan. Yeah, let's get your hair all clean, okay? Yeah, you're going to smell so good. You're going to smell like baby magic, huh? And Mommy loves baby magic. Do you guys have, any of you guys have the dolls with the upper chest plate? Like with the nipples and down to like the rib cage? I love those dolls because they can wear spaghetti straps and they look really cute. I love dolls like that. I have a few of them. I have, let's see, Morgan has that plate and Tegan has that. And I know there's others. Hang on, let me think. Morgan and Tegan and Heidi has that. And Clarabelle has it. Ellie Mae has it. So I love those upper chest plates. I just think they make it so nice because they can wear the spaghetti straps or like bathing suits. And they look so cute. Hold on, Morgan. We're almost done. I'm just conditioning your hair, Chickie. Okay? Okay, Mama. Oh, thank you. You're so patient. You're such a good girl. Morgan is such a good girl. She's so patient. She's so patient with me, huh, Morgan? Are you patient, girl? All right, Chickie. Yesterday was, not yesterday, the day before was really nice. So I took my walker and I did 3 shifts and ended up getting all the dogs out for a walk. It was really nice to get them outside. I took Morgan with me on one walk, Heidi went with me on the second. I put them in one of those baby packs so I can still take my walker and be able to hold them. And then Clarabelle went on the last one. So it was really nice. I don't take my dolls out very often with me, but I'm starting to get more in the habit because I really want to do some outing videos. But I have to get used to taking them out first. Do you guys take your dolls out? And if you do, what kind of responses do you get? Do you get mainly positive, mainly negative, mainly neutral? I'd be interested to hear what kind of responses you get when you take your dolls out. All right, Missy. All right, Missy. There is Miss Morgan. Yeah, I'd be interested to hear what kind of responses you guys get. Do you get negative comments? Do you get a lot of negative comments, or do people mainly like stare when they have negative feelings about it? You know, do people actually say things to you? Because I've taken my dolls out and I've had a few negative comments. Nothing massive, but a few, you know. Let's do a little bit of detangler and a little bit of hydrating hair oil. Yeah, huh? So we can comb your hair out nicely. All right, there we go. We'll probably get one more doll done in this video, and then I'll have to switch and do another video. Oops, come here, Morgan. I got a knot right there. There we go. And if you get negative comments, does it deter you from taking them out, or do you just brush it off? I mean, how do you deal with that? Because I'd be curious about that, because I've had some negative comments and I've had some people point and stare, and I'm not exactly sure how to deal with it. So how do you guys deal with it? If you get those kind of remarks, how do you deal with it? Do you just blow it off? Are you able to do that? Do you have any advice? Do you think saying something if you get someone negative would be a good idea? Or do you think it's just better to ignore it? I'd be really curious what you guys think about that. Look at baby Morgan. She's so pretty. And her hair is all clean. Look at Morgan. Look at that little face, little stinker. All right, we'll do one more in this video. And we'll do Miss Clarabelle, huh? Miss Clarabelle. Sweet little Clarabelle. I can tell that Morgan, Clarabelle, and I don't know who else off the top of my head, but were done by the same person because their rooting is done in lines, like exact lines. So when you part their hair, you can see the lines of rooting holes. So I know that they were done by the same person. I want to say it was it Pumpkin Doodles? I don't know. I can't think off the top of my head who made them, but they were made by the same person because their rooting is identical. And most people who root kind of root randomly, so there aren't lines in their hair, you know what I mean? Like lines of holes. But whoever does this, I mean, she does a gorgeous job rooting, don't get me wrong. And you can't tell that there's lines unless you like separate the hair and actually look really hard. So there's nothing wrong with it. I just know that it's a unique rooting style. So that's how come I know they were done by the same person. They're beautifully done, though. I love them. They're some of my favorite babies. Tegan, I think, might have also been done, but I don't know. I'd have to look at her hair. I don't remember. I know I have a few that have that same rooting style, but like I said, you really have to look for it. The rooting is gorgeous, so I don't have any complaints, but it's one thing that's unique that means they were done by the same person because it's not a common rooting style. I told you guys in the last video on the older babies, I like to use the Silk Therapy shampoo and conditioner. And then the Bio Silk hair silk that I use, I sometimes use that on them if I have extra, but I use it on my own hair. I love that Bio Silk. It's so amazing. There's Bio Silk, Silk Therapy shampoo, Silk Therapy conditioner, and then there's the hair silk. It's like a leave-in product, and I love it. Clarabelle, what you doing? Are you smiling? I'm smiling, Mama. You smiling? Yes, you are. You are a happy girl. I'm happy. You are happy. I know you are. You're a happy girl. And you're so good when you get your hair washed. You never make a fuss, huh? You just sit there and get your hair cleaned like a good girl. You're such a good girl. Little Clara is such a good girl. All right, this one I'm using is the Raw Sugar Healing Power Hair Mask. That's the conditioner I'm using on them right now. I was using the BioSilk conditioner, but it's getting hard for my hand to squeeze it out after a while. So this one's a little tub and I can just scoop a little bit out. So that makes it a little bit easier. Has anybody had any bad experiences in the community, like with scammers? If you have, who were they with and what happened? I've only had probably 4 or 5 bad experiences in the community. So I've mainly had good experiences. I haven't had a lot of bad ones, but I have had a few. And considering I've been in the community for 8 or 9 years, and I've done hundreds of trades in that time, I would say that I've done pretty good, you know. Probably 400 to 600 trades. I've bought a ton of babies. I've sold a ton of babies. So, yeah, I would say that that's about right. So having 4 or 5 or even 10 with that many trades and that many sales and that many purchases is not bad odds at all. I would say that I've been pretty blessed in the community as far as like bad experiences. I haven't really had very many bad experiences, so that's good. I know there are some people who've had a lot more bad experiences than I have, but I try to be really diligent when I do trades, or like I always do a video call, you know, to make sure that the person has the doll. You know, I always check references. I check references for the references. You know, I'm pretty diligent about it. So I think that's why I've had mainly positive experiences. There you go, Clara. Here, let's hang this towel up. It needs to dry. It's getting a little damp now, huh? Yeah, this will be the last one for this video, and then I'll do another video. But it takes me a while to do the videos because after I finish this, I have to spend like 20 minutes uploading it to YouTube. It takes a while. And then I can do another one because I have to upload it and then be able to delete it so I have room for the next one on my phone. I don't have a lot of storage on my phone. I should think about getting one of those external drives or whatever, you know, like the little memory chip things that you put in your phone and gives you more memory. I should do that, but I just haven't. There's pretty Clarabelle. There we go. I'll actually do their hair a little better once I get them in the nursery. Right now I'm just... getting their hair combed and... All right, ladybugs. Well, I'll see you in the next one. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Love you. Bye.